I was in the point that I need to do something to improve myself, like get to know myself. I didn't tell my parents at first. I kept it to myself for the next couple of months. I told my dad and I said, hey, well, I'm in the military and I have to go to Winnipeg. And he's like, what? So that's what I am, an infantry soldier. It was stressful for 2 months. It was really, they try to kind of break you, see where's your limit. The only time we had breaks is maybe sleep a bit. I think the most challenging part was when we were in the field. I had my first sleep deprivation there. I was excited. I was like, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. It was hard for me to remember what happened the whole week because of the sleep deprivation I experienced. And it's like, oh, you were like the funniest person in the field. It's like you got lost in the forest and your sleeping bag is like right here, like maybe 5 feet away from you. And you were like crouching down, crying, saying that you're lost. It was a good experience. I got involved with Weapons Delta. I get to play with the big boys' weapons. They put me in an individual basic machine gun, 3-4 months to learn how to use it correctly. I would start liking it. I was really enjoying it with the friends. I think it's a social life in the military. It's a social environment, being with the right people. It's got me staying there. It's like more like a vacation work. It never felt like a full work because it's like I got involved with a lot of people and I was able to be open with them, you know? I think it's like that sense of a family unit that I start to build with them right off the bat. We get to help each other in different trainings. They put me in an advanced platoon. Accidentally had the camera flip towards you when you're on live and you're like, oh shit, this person is actually pretty cool. I might as well have her in our platoon. So our job is to neutralize any enemy or targets. For my role, I was number one. And number one is basically taking control, making sure the whole group, they're doing the right job, getting the info, everything going into plan, and if they have to kind of understand what they're doing. If you have a good understanding of what's going on, then you can play any position. Not just like good understanding, but I felt confident. Yeah, I have a good self-esteem, I have good control, I feel strong. Things goes wrong, can you kind of solve the problem by yourself? I can really do what I've always wanted to do. Someone's screwing up, I start stepping in. When I kind of was in the process of recovering from my PTSD, the only thing I was having trouble was having a little bit of a panic attack. And my panic attack sometimes shows like when things goes extremely pressured, like I don't know what to do. I feel like I would start panicking, I would start crying, I would break down. There's moments that I wanted to panic, but it's like there's another part of me is telling me like, just calm down, girl. Calm down, clear your head, think, observe. I learned how to kind of control myself a bit. He's like, can I just rage for a bit? And I was like, yeah, go ahead. I'm driving. I have your hand. I'm like holding his hand. It's like, you can scream if you want to. I will drive. I'm okay. Like he broke down a bit and I was like, are you done breaking down? He's like, yeah. And I was like, you want Tim Horton? Yeah, let's get Tim Horton. I start to recognize I was under pressure, but at the same time learn how to control, like still breathe normally, understand what's going on rather than freaking out while everything is freaking out. You're on your own basically. It's just you in the plane. What can you do rather than freaking out? We need like that person who just able to just listen and just don't judge at all. What can I do to support them? Okay, I can handle being alone, but I don't like to be stuck in my room. I used to go out for a run regardless what's the weather, like in the snow, if it's like really big, I used to like put my ski pants on. Like I need that sense of escape or freedom for myself. I cannot be kind of trapped in the same four-wall room. Before we were busy with our sense of our ego, kind of give us a good way of like going back to see our family. I don't know everything a lot with my parents. I know that my parents were very busy. Kind of lucky when I was able to hang out with my dad and my mom. My dad is like someone who I trust the most. He's like my coach in Taekwondo. He's able to listen if I'm feeling down or if I need someone to talk to. And he's been helping me with a lot of things in my life. There's going to be a time that my mom might not be around here anymore. And like, would I regret not speaking to her? Can you handle this part of me? Like, you can see all my good side, but can you see all this dark side I'm hiding it from you because I don't want to scare you. I don't want you to run away from that. I wanted to specialize in illustration and conceptual art rather than in architecture, because like in architecture, when I took it, I felt like my heart wasn't there enough. It wasn't good enough there. Like it's not like that sense of desire, that sense of hunger that if I'm a dog and I see that treat, would I get that treat right off the bat before any other dog? I felt like I'm doing it because I have to do it. I'm missing out a lot of stuff, like what the heck am I doing? It felt like this is not for me. I started working on my art business right off the bat. My plan is to continue with my artwork and also to calm myself, to basically relax a bit, because I've been working full-time in the military. I didn't have time to like recover a bit, like my body was exhausted just before. I just want to relax. I just want to calm my mind. I want to recover as much as possible to continue with my art business because it's doing really well, and a lot of like people from the military, they started to recognize right off the bat that I do graphic design as my profession. There was a lot of people who purchased that print, and so it went really well for my business. And I received orders for new tattoo designs or graphic designs. Hey, I think it could work, like running my own business and then preparing myself for a fighter pilot. Maybe that's my career path. And he wanted to hire me being a graphic designer for the military. That small project I did made a huge difference to the unit. I don't like to pick one thing. I always like to have like maybe one or two of what I like. And if the Air Force doesn't work, I'll go back to my art business because that's my backup plan, right? Sometimes when you're really good with a lot of things, you have to learn how to narrow down with only two specific things that you like, or two or three specific things. I was told that I should have become, as an artist, I could have become a tattoo artist, or I could become like a animator, or maybe I should do like interior architecture, and it was so many options. I was like, holy crap, I don't know what to do. But what can I do to help? Because I always like to get involved with like community, help with the community as much as I can. Calgary here is my home. I didn't have enough money, so I used to, while I study, I used to sleep in my car. I worked 3 jobs there. Wow, I worked so hard to pay the money to go to school and also getting my own place. I worked so hard. I deserve it. I deserve more as well in the future. It's that sense of perseverance in a way that I didn't want to give up. There's sometimes I don't listen to my head at all, because my head could tell me like rational things. Sometimes I had to listen to my heart, and my heart would give me the true answers that my head cannot provide me answers. And continue with my goal of finishing my degree and all that. That was from my heart. My heart told me to, like, you need to finish this because you have a purpose and you can use something in there. And when I got into the military, it was never planned. It just happened. My heart told me to go tell my parents, and then my mind is like, don't do it. Don't do it. I start listening to my heart. My parents kind of grew up in the old-fashioned way that you have to, like, you grow up, you must have a career. You must either have like an engineer background, a doctor, or architecture, something to provide you food and bed. You know what? I'm doing this to please my parents. Like, I'm not happy. I just don't have that passion. Like, it's gone, it's not there. That flame is not there. You don't need to save billions of people. If you save one person's life, that's really good. You can save the person emotionally. You can save people different ways. And saving one person is good enough. You kind of provided that sense of hope for another individual. You can save someone who you're really close to without even realizing it. Yeah, I am weird. You're normal, then it's kind of boring. The artworks I'm doing kind of relates to who I am. Like, I changed the style. It's a little bit different. I love the statue of David, but I will never draw a painting that resembled the actual statue of David. He's way too perfect. Like, have you looked at his muscle physique? It's very godlike. I don't like perfection. I like imperfection. I'm not like a goddess figure. I'm just me. There's a lot of ladies, they kind of try to look at each other, their appearances, make sure they have like small waist. big ass, big chest and stuff like that. Make sure they have long hair that is enough to attract others. Make sure they have the right similar appearance or their clothing. And for me, it's like I don't give a damn. I'm really comfortable with myself. Try not to look other women and I have to kind of dress up the way they are. I have to wear makeup, or I have to have long hair or extended long hair. Even right now, I'm learning how to wear my own makeup because it took a while for me. I feel good today. I want to look good. It's kind of challenging, especially with social media when they're telling you, you should look like this or you should look like that. Like a woman's face should look like, have a sharp V-shaped chin. And I'm like, I don't have it. I have an egg head. That's what I have. But I can play around with it with makeup if I want to. But all I have to do is just like accept of who I am. I did this tattoo designs on myself. The tattoos kind of symbolize based on the stages in my life. I need to get out of this madness and become this dragon. You have to be true to yourself. You have to be honest. You cannot lie to yourself. You cannot run away from things anymore. I have my own weapon of defending my own to the people who are precious to me. Like you're in the military, people call you, oh, you're a killer already. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm doing it because it's for myself, and also I want to help other people as well. Maybe emotionally in a way. Be strong and beautiful at the same time as a woman. I got the top shot in as a machine gunner. I got involved with a lot of things for the Calgary Highlanders. They asked me if I'm interested in being deployed to another country for 7 months or so. I've been to Europe, like to Italy and France before, but I've never been by myself. Yeah, and I'm still working on it, and I really enjoy it. Like when we both talk about the art of mindfulness, I used to struggle a lot with PTSD. Sometimes when you're going through a dark, rough path, it's really hard to know who you are. And your mind is really fogged up and you have no idea what's going on. So I observe people and I can sense who I really am I comfortable at talking to. When I talk to you, it feels like I'm already in a safe bubble in a way.